Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this Milkmaid dress. If this is something you're interested in learning how to make, then keep on watching. First off, we're going to start by cutting the tears, the down part of the dress. This dress is 3 tears, so we're going to be marking out the length of the dress from the waistline to the knee or length minus 3 inches, because the 3 inches will later be added as ruffles. Mine for this dress was 14, 10 and 6 inches respectively. Once you're done marking, go ahead and cut it out. Please bear in mind that this is 3 yards of fabric placed on fold. The yards may vary depending on the size of the person you are sewing for. So once you are done with that, we'll just go ahead and set that aside. Now you want to mark out 4-inch wide pieces of fabric. Since this is already 3 yards, we want 6 yards, which is double of what you already have. So you can have enough fabric to make ruffles onto the down part of the tears. I ended up cutting out 6 pieces in total. That is 2 pieces for 1 tear. So after setting that aside, we're going to go ahead and cut the sleeve of the dress. So to achieve the puff sleeves of this dress, I went ahead to measure around her arm and double that. You can make it more than double depending on how big you want the sleeves to be. Then for the length, you want to take the length plus extra 5 to 7 inches. Because we are going to add elastic to this and it's going to get ruched up and it's going to become shorter because of the ruch. Now you want to cut out 1.5 inch or 2 inches wide band. This is what we're going to use to create the tunnel for the elastic onto the sleeve. Now you're going to go ahead and cut the upper part of the dress, starting with the back part. This bodice that you're cutting out now is just your normal off the shoulder bodice. Place the fabric on fold. We're going to take the half cut, subtracting 4 to 5 inches, which is the shoulder part. Please remember to add on your sewing allowances. This is me marking out 1 inch for the zipper allowance, then the normal bust measurement plus 1 inch for that allowance. Now I'm marking out the armhole measurement, which is 3 inches in depth. So for the neck part, we cut 6 inches. Remember, that's inclusive. Now you want to go ahead and cut that out. This is me just tracing out the back part onto another fabric on fold, which is the front part, minusing the zip allowance. So this is me trying to figure out how to cut out the bust part, but I later got the hang of it. It was quite a struggle because I was making this dress for a child that had no boobs. The idea is to cut around the chest region. Now we're going to use this piece as a pattern to draft out double the size in width, and also adding seam allowance, half-inch seam allowance around. Now you're going to cut the fold to create two front pieces. And that's it for the cutting part of this dress. So altogether we have 3 pieces for the tiers, which are 3 yards wide, 6 pieces of fabric to make the ruffles, 2 sleeves, 2 strips to make the elastic tunnel, the back pattern piece and the front pattern piece, 2 pieces to cover up the bust. Here I'm cutting out a 15-inch long fabric as the lining for the down part of the dress. Then you want to go ahead and cut out the lining for the other pieces, the front piece, back piece and the bust piece, excluding the sleeve. Now proceeding to the sewing part. Now you want to add 2 of these ruffle pieces together to make a long piece. Then double fold the edge and sew straight down. Now you're going to repeat the process for the other remaining pieces. Now we have 3 pieces altogether. Now you're going to go ahead and take one of the tiers. I'm taking the shortest one. Fold into 4 and mark out the middle and the 2 sides. Repeat the same for the piece for the ruffle and pin all marked places together with the right sides facing each other. I hope you can understand what I said. To begin sewing, we will leave 1 inch from the beginning and gather on the ruffle piece onto the tear piece. You also want to leave 1 inch at the end ungathered, so that you can have allowance to sew your zipper onto. When you are done, this is what it should look like. You want to go ahead and repeat the same process for the other 2 tears. And when you are done, you place all 3 tears on top of each other and sew along the edge straight down to the end. Now we're done with the down part of the dress. Now we're going to go ahead and double fold the edge of the sleeve and sew it down. Now you want to mark about 5 inches from the bottom of the sleeve. Placing our 1.5 or 2-inch piece on fold, you want to sew it along the marked outline. This is what it's going to look like. Now you want to bend it and sew along the edge. Now the turning for the elastic is complete. Now with the use of a safety pin, we want to take the tiny elastic through the tunnel. Now you want to pin down the edge so the elastic doesn't pull through, and measure out the length. Reach it down to about 4 inches smaller than the normal round curve, which is the wrist measurement. And then you want to repeat this process to the other side. Make sure to stitch down the elastic so it doesn't come out and unravel. After stitching, you can take out the pins. that's it for the sleeves. Now for this bust cover or cups, you want to place the right sides facing each other and sew the middle part straight down along the edge. Now you want to flip it and stitch around the edge. Repeat for the other side. I went ahead to pin out the darts on the front part, and you're gonna go ahead to sew it straight down, repeating the same thing on the lining. Now you want to take the bust piece and create a tunnel for strings or rope. Now we're going to go ahead and create drawstrings for the top part of the bust piece. Using a safety pin, we are going to take the drawstrings through the tunnel on the upper part of the bust piece. I know you'll be wondering how we got here, but my bad. At this point, my camera tripped off without my notice. So after taking the drawstring through the tunnel, I went ahead to stitch it down in place and gather on the bust piece to the front part of the top, then turning in the rough edge with the lining. So now we're going to proceed to sewing the back piece. This is me pinning out the darts and sewing it. Now you want to repeat the same process to the other part and the two back lining. Now placing right sides together, you want to sew along the neckline of the back. Now you want to top stitch the neckline towards the side of the lining. Now you want to turn the rough edge of the middle back, which is the zip allowance side, inwards. Flip it out and repeat for the other side. Now I want to go ahead and iron out what we have sewn so far. Now you want to go ahead and place the front piece and back piece together at the sides and pin in place. Repeat the same step for the lining. Now you want to sew along all 4 sides. I almost forgot to put belts. Since this was for a child, I went ahead to cut out belts. Loosed up the main fabric side and inserted the belt. Then went ahead to restitch it. So this is what it looks like with the belt. Now you are going to sew down the side of the sleeves with the allowance you placed. Now this is me tracing out the armhole, then marking it out and giving it a notch. Then you want to sew this notched part to the armhole of the dress. Now you're going to double fold the remaining sides to create a tunnel for elastic. Now using a safety pin, we're going to pass elastic through the tunnel. stitch in place and repeat for the other side. Now the upper piece is all done. We're going to attach the down piece to the upper piece, pinning the middle and two sides together with right sides facing each other. Now I want to gather on the down part to the upper part of the dress. Then double fold the edge of the lining. Now you're going to turn in the rough edge of the waistline with the lining. So it looks like this. Now you're going to sew down the edge of all three tiers and the lining together on both sides. Now placing the middle back piece together, you're going to measure 10 inches depth for the zip opening and sew 1 inch straight down to the end. Now we're going to install the zipper. After installing, you want to top stitch around the zipper. And that's it, we are done with the dress. This is how it's turned out, and this is how she styled it with the hoop earrings and headband from previous video. That's it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below what other videos you would like to see next. Bye.